cracking, everybody? No green screen today. I'm in a hurry. Actually doing laundry. About to head out for work. So, I realize you gotta in this thing, just like a lot of other things, you gotta keep your finger on the pulse, right? Here's the street, whatever you want to call it. And so right now, you have to say that Gunner from the Gunners Collective is the one on fire. He's the one putting out content every day. He's the one, getting a lot of new subs constantly, sending a lot of people my way. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, I caught a little piece of his live, right? And one of his viewers made a comment about Raza being oppressed, right? And Gunner made a statement saying, yeah, he said Latinos, I believe, but Raza, he agreed that Raza is oppressed, right? And with all due respect, Gunner, I have to give my opinion on what you said. And the reason why I want to give my opinion, and again, it's only my opinion, doesn't mean yours is wrong, or anybody that agrees with that, but it's just my view, my angle on things, right? The reason why I feel like I wanted to do it is because, again, your platform is a lot bigger. Your reach is a lot farther. And so that gives you influence. But if we take Gunner, for an example, or even myself, right? Or anybody that's been in our situations, come from our background, but let's just say Gunner, for an example, right? Gunner and I. So, Gunner caught a body, right? Went to the California Youth Authority, did however much time he did, and then got out and continued to be wrapped up in his criminality. Did whatever he did, went to the joint, right? Whatever happened, he did his prison time, and then him, like myself, I went same thing through the white thing, went to the joint, had an L, did all that time and was wrapped up in my criminality. The two of us, you could say, were part of the what they call the underbelly of society, right? The incorrigible, the ones that should be locked up and never released, and that whole thing, right? And yet here we are on YouTube. No one is oppressing me. And I wonder who's oppressing Gunner. Because I know Gunner, if Gunner needs some money, all he'd have to do is push that button on his phone or computer, whatever he uses, go live, and his supporters, just like my supporters, will bless us. And just for engaging them and talking to them, right? And there are so many of us. So my question is, if we are oppressed, because I do believe there is some oppression, right? But I do not believe in the victim mentality of it's the man or the white man. I don't believe that, because of the things that I just said. We were making decisions to be monsters and victimize people and just be selfish assholes for the majority of our lives, right? And now we're in positions to affect positive change in people's lives. And in both scenarios, we were in charge of what we were doing in our lives. And we were in charge of how people were going to react to us, right? So when I say that I believe there is some oppression, I believe, for me personally, for Raza, the two main ways that we are oppressed is within our own mind. We oppress ourselves, right? And secondly, culturally. I think people of color, especially in the brown and the black community, people do not like to be uncomfortable, and change is always going to be uncomfortable. it's more comfortable for us to be going in a circle in that same cycle where nothing's getting done, but we complain a lot about it. And that's all that happens when we stay in that cycle. But it's when we decide to branch off and start looking at things from a different view, a different angle, being more open-minded, then we start letting go of the oppression we put on ourselves within our own mind. If people stop caring what another person thinks of them, then they're breaking that cultural oppression. So this video is going to be a short one, but I would like to hear Gunner's take on this, you know, because I'm just wondering, you know, like this whole BLM movement, right? And I'm going to use them for an example because it's big, but it's so easy to dissect, right? They say, I think they said it was like a little over 200 blacks were killed by cops last year, right? And only, I believe it was like less than 20 of them, or around 20 of them, were unarmed, right? But yet 7,500 blacks were killed by blacks, and they're quiet about it. You know what I mean? They're not talking about the oppression within their community. They're talking about the few incidents where it involved the man. And let's focus on the man, because it's easier to focus on the man than focus on ourselves. And again, that just reinforces what I believe. Let's stop looking outside of ourselves for the bad guy and start holding ourselves accountable for what we believe and how we interact and how we treat people, how we treat ourselves, how we love ourselves. You know what I mean? And so I gotta go. I don't know this weekend. I more than likely 99.9% I'm not gonna be able to go live on Sunday. I'll be doing something. I'll be busy. I may go live Saturday, and if I go live Saturday, I have a birthday party I'm gonna be at, so I'm trying to figure out how I can fit it in. But my live may be Saturday. All right, guys. And then finally, those of you that aren't checking out TikTok, you guys know the Gina Vasquez show, Mark and Gina. Somehow I got myself in a dance battle, a dance war with Mark. There's actually a real life amateur boxing belt on the line. And Mark has opened it up and said it doesn't need to just be me and him. It can be any YouTuber. Get your fed on. Sonny, do the Cabbage Patch on him with your nose. But all right, I gotta go, guys. It's that time. I'll holler at you.